Welcome to a game of 1v1 Commander featuring Rob playing his Rafiq of the mini deck and myself playing my Krenko mob boss deck. Rob starts the game by playing Corrosion Verge. I play Mountain. Rob plays Vesuva, copying Corrosion Verge. I play another Mountain and cast Goblin War Driver. Rob plays Tundra. I cast Hellraiser Goblin and attack Rob for 5 damage. At the end of my turn, Rob sacks one of his Corrosion Verges, finding Temple Garden and Hallowed Fountain and putting them onto the battlefield tapped. Rob plays Forest and casts Seaborn Muse. Rob untaps his permanents during my untap step. I play Mountain and cast Krenko. I tap Krenko and put 3 goblins onto the battlefield. I then attack Rob with all my goblins. Rob blocks Goblin War Driver with his Muse, taking 9 damage. Rob sacks his other Corrosion Verge at my instep, finding another Forest Plains combo. Rob casts Sword of Fire and Ice and equips it to his Seaborn Muse. Rob then attacks me with his Muse. I take 4 damage, Rob draws a card and deals 2 damage to my Hellraiser Goblin, killing it. I play Mutavault and cast Vandal Blast, blowing up Rob's sword. I then cast Mind Stone and Sensation Gorger. I pass the turn. Rob plays Windswept Heath and casts Rafiq of the Mini. Rob then attacks with Seaborn Muse. I tap Krenko, making 5 goblins, and then use 1 to block the Muse. During my upkeep, I reveal Sparksmith to Sensation Gorger. Rob and I each discard our hands and draw 4 new cards. I play Mountain and cast Sparksmith. I activate Mutavault and attack Rob with everything but Krenko. Rob blocks my Mutavault with Seaborn Muse. Before damage, I tap Krenko to make 11 goblins. Rob then takes 9 damage from the attack. I cast Signal Pest and pass. Rob plays Flooded Grove and casts Stoneforge Mystic, finding Sword of War and Peace. Rob then equips the sword to Rafiq. Rob attacks with Rafiq, which I block with Signal Pest. With lethal on the board and no way to stop the onslaught of goblins, I win the game. Welcome to another game of 1v1 Commander featuring myself playing my Maelstrom Wanderer deck and Rob playing his Rafiq of the mini deck. I start by playing Forest. Rob plays Seaside Citadel. I play Volcanic Island. Rob plays Calciform Pools. I play a sweet turn 3 Sylvan Library and Firelit Thicket. Rob counters up Pools at my instep. Rob plays Savannah and casts Trigon Predator. During my draw step, I pay 8 life and draw 2 extra cards. I play Forest and pass the turn. Rob attacks with Trigon Predator, dealing me 2 damage and blowing up my Sylvan Library, which hurts, but as they say, let Trigons be Trigons. Rob then casts Skyshroud Claim and finds 2 forests and put them on the battlefield. I play Taiga, and then, not having anything else but artifacts and enchantments in my hand, cast Kiki Jiki. I then attack Rob with the Goblin for 2. Rob plays Vivid Grove and casts Sword of Fire and Ice. Rob then equips the Trigon Predator with the Sword of Fire and Ice, turning his Trigon Predator into a lean mean, removing my permanents from the battlefield machine. I take 4 damage and Rob draws a card. I play Stomping Ground and take 2 damage. I then cast Mana Crypt and Maelstrom Wanderer. I cascade into Garruk, Primal Hunter, and Harmonize, drawing 3 cards. I up Garruk to make a beast, and then attack Rob for 10 damage and 7 commander damage. Rob plays and takes 2 damage from Hallowed Fountain. Rob then casts Tezzeret the Seeker and uses its -1 to find Soul Ring and put it onto the battlefield. Rob attacks me with Trigon Predator, dealing me 4 damage and hitting Garruk for 2 with the sword. Rob draws a card but forgets to blow up my Mana Crypt. Rob then casts Hallowed Burial, putting all of our creatures on the bottom of our libraries. I take 3 damage during my upkeep from Mana Crypt. I cast Tooth and Nail Entwined, finding and putting Inferno Titan and Urbrask onto the battlefield. I deal 3 damage to Tezzeret with Inferno Titan. I then Beast Garruk and attack Rob with Urbrask, Inferno Titan, and Beast, dealing 3 damage to Rob with the Titan. Rob doesn't respond and takes 13 damage from the attack. Rob casts Wrath of God and Seaborn Muse. Rob then equips the Muse with the Sword of Shock and Draw. Rob and I both untap during my turn. I Hull Breach Rob's sword, cast Greater Good, Phantasmal Image, Rob Seaborn, and Beast Garruk. Rob casts Garruk, Wild Speaker. upset, untapping 2 lands, and cast Wargate for 6, finding Medomai the Ageless. I roll and take damage during my upkeep from Crypt. I neg 3 Garruk and draw 3 cards from my Beast. I then Cultivate, finally getting my 2nd and 3rd blue source. I put them both onto the battlefield. I then Time Warped myself. During the draw step of my next turn, I Miracle Temporal Mastery, taking an extra turn. I then cast Jace, Mind Sculptor, and Phyrexian Metamorph, copying Metamai. I then unsummon Rob's Metamai with Jace. I attack Garruk with Seaborn Muse and Beast. Rob blocks Beast with his Muse, and Garruk takes 2 damage. During my next turn, I take 3 damage from Crypt on my upkeep. I play Mountain and unsummon Rob's Seaborn Muse with Jace. I then attack Garruk with my Seaborn and Rob with 2 Beasts. I then cast Prophet of Krufix and Urban Evolution, drawing 3 cards and playing Breeding Pool as my additional land. I then cast Rampant Growth, finding Forest. I Beast my Garruk and pass the turn. Not finding an out to the current board state, Rob concedes, leaving me the game.